So I have more of the greatest hits from Handsy Uncle Joseph here. He was at a private dinner fundraising in 2008 when he ran for president and got negative 18% of the vote. Look at what he says here.
Folks, I voted for a fence. I voted, unlike most Democrats, and some of you won't like it, I voted for 700-mile fence. But let me tell you, we can build a fence 40 stories high, unless it changes the dynamic in Mexico. And you will not like this, and punish American employers who knowingly violate the law when, in fact, they hire illegals. Unless you do those two things, all the rest is window dressing. Now, I know I'm not supposed to say it that bluntly, but they're the facts. They're the facts. And so everything else we do is in between here. Everything else we do is at the margins. The reason why why I believe the fence is needed is not related to immigration as much as to drugs. I'm the guy that wrote the National Crime Bill. I'm the guy that wrote the National Drug Tax. I'm the guy that wrote the law that set up a drug czar.
He's bragging about escalating the drug war, and he's bragging about supporting a border fence. He's bragging about appointing a national drug czar and writing the crime bill. You know how many non-violent black and brown people were locked up as a result of that? And poor whites. People's lives ruined over nothing. Over nothing. And he's bragging about supporting a 700-mile border fence. Here's why I love this story. It shows you the difference between a neoliberal corporate Democrat and a Republican. What's the Republican idea? I want a border wall, and I want it to go through the whole border. I don't know how long the border is in total, but... And then you have Biden, who probably wants a slightly shorter border fence. You don't need a fence in the areas where the terrain is difficult to cross anyway, so you don't need it. But yeah, everywhere else, I don't want a wall that's too extreme. That's too right-wing. I'll take a fence. If that is not just the perfect... Like, that is the Overton window in the U.S. in a nutshell. It's like, on war, let me give you the equivalent on war. I think we should ground invade all these countries offensively and permanently occupy them and militarily overthrow their governments and do regime change. That's the right-wing position. What's the left-wing position? Well, I think we should just use our air power and our drone power, and we should bomb people from the sky. No boots on the ground. Maybe some, on the margins, some boots on the ground for, just intelligence purposes. Maybe a couple thousand. I think we should put 120,000 troops on the ground and invade. Well, I think we could have maybe 2,000 troops on the ground just for intelligence reasons, but other than that, just air power and drone power. But of course, we should be bombing like 8 countries. That's the Overton window on war. The Overton window on the border is wall versus fence. Oh, it hurts. It hurts inside. Oh, there's no... People want a real lefty, man. We've had a battle in this country between a right-wing ideology and a far right-wing ideology. That's what we've had. Right-wing versus far right. And you wonder why everybody feels like the system is rotten and broken and it's not representing them. Because it's rotten and it's broken and it's not representing them. You can't, oh my God, if Biden gets the nomination, good googly moogly. We are so fucked. I actually think since he's a good debater, he would have a decent chance of winning, even though his record is disastrous. But you get what? 15% change from Trump at a time when we need a total reversal of the system. Just scrap the whole fucking thing and start from scratch and make us into what we should have been all along, which is a non-interventionist, peaceful social democracy.